All right, what is up? This is my 2008 RMZ 250. I picked it up a little bit ago. I got some stuff done on it so far. I'm like polishing the frame. I can see it looks a little bit better. Still doesn't look the best. But if we look at it from the front, I took the throttle off. I also put a new brake lever on because that was never there. And then took some of the plastics off. They're down here. I get some new screws. This gas tank is a 450 from the guy I bought it from. So I'm going to trim that down. I made battery casings, and I'm going to be ordering the battery soon. It's going to fit right down there. I'm getting a QS 138 V3 70H motor. I'm getting a Amorge 72 volt 65 amp hour battery, and that's going to have like a max like 750 amps, but the controller's really going to let it push like 600. So, but she's looking good. My whole like idea behind this is it's gonna be like my homemade Stark Varg. It should have realistically around 55 to 60 horsepower directly into the rear sprocket, and it's going to be a ripper. 210 millimeters of suspension in the rear, 200 in the front. Currently I have a foot brake right down here, but I'm probably gonna get a rear handbrake because I think that would make it a little bit better. Nice suspension. Dude I bought it from before, he had the suspension redone. A little bit nicer suspension. And yeah. Just to give you guys a little bit of a heads up, the stuff you're going to see in the future is going to be miscellaneous stuff I want to do while waiting for the motor and the battery to come. So enjoy. Alright, little update we got here. Got the throttle. We had to push the brake down a little bit. And what I'm going to put right down here, the 3-mode switch, and the reason I had to put the brake down is because look, that just barely clears it, but now there's enough room, which is nice. The reverse switch right in here, I'm also gonna get probably like a multi button thing, so I'm gonna have a kill switch in case anything goes crazy, kill the bike. And then I'm also going to have a light right here at the front. I'll probably get a light, and that's kind of it. I also have this I'm gonna mount into the gas tank. Just gonna mount into it right down there. Cut a hole in that. That's where the key will be. So a big thing with the gas tank right in here is I needed to cut a little bit of a hole in here. And I also had to chop off this piece that was previously on it. I had to cut a little bit in the front too. And now if I just slide it in, it should fit almost perfectly how I need it to. So this slides down, and as you can see right in there, there's a hole that I can go into now. There's a lot more clearance. And that is fully clear now. So this gas tank is how it should be in there. Now all I just got to do is maybe trim down this a little bit, and I can get a screw that can go in through there, going down in there, just like that. Now I'm cutting out the gas tank, and it's going to act as a battery topper, like that. And this is what it looks like with the battery in here. As you can see, it's a little snug. I'll probably have to cut these a little bit more up, so it's not as pushing on the battery like that. It'll be more like that and up. That's what she looks like. And this is the current state for a couple days until we replace the swing arm bearings and put the new controller in. Alright, so we're going to take these swing bearings out right down here. And the whole idea is we're going to take this whole thing out and replace the bearings right down there. Alright, so we just took the back plastics off. And this is what she looks like. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to take this shock off right here. And then the rest of the swing arm should be able to pull out. And then we have new bearings, which are in the fridge over here. They're in the fridge right down here. And we'll check back once it's done. Like that, we got the swing arm off. Now what do we have to do, Reese?
Oh, we have to take the bearings out of it, put the new bearings in, get it back in, get everything back together. And then
New bearings are right down there. Like that. We're putting new bearings in right down here. Keep this some slack on here so this doesn't fall off. And then we have motor mounts we're gonna put in. Well, not motor mounts for now. We just have this. We gotta cut for size because we don't have the actual motor to measure it.
Yeah.
After a long period of time, and as you can see, since it's dark outside, we finally put the new swing arm in with the new bearings. We got the motor mounts right in here, all ready to be mounted up to the motor. And dude, it's been a long time, but
Yeah, now
we
I
got
gotta
it.
get.
Woo! This is where the controller's gonna go. It's gonna go right in the air box from here. Kind of pushes out a tiny bit, but that's okay because the plastic's right down there. I'll pull it back in. And we gotta put a couple pieces of foam or rubber or something up here so this can all stay in place, not come up and down or go side to side. But yeah. Everything in and all of this mounted up, but we're gonna get some new bolts from the hardware store. And this is what kind of looks like. It's gonna be all folded up like that. Controllers in here, and then we're gonna have like a mesh and maybe like a filter or something, so like no dirt can get through, but also like air can get through. I mean, it is somewhat waterproof, but I still don't want like mud gucking up all over these terminals. But right now, I'm just mounting the controller. As you see, I got a wood block right in here. I have a screw going into from here, and right down here, I have a screw going into the back. So when this thing right now has a little bit of wobble upwards, but it's pushed down from this right down here, and I'll show you sliding this in. So when you slide it in like this piece pushes on the top of the controller. And once you give it a little bit of a oomph and it goes in, and you slide the plastic in the back down. It has a little bit of a bulge, but it's pretty much fully aligned. And then that right down there pushes the controller down, and now there's zero wobble in this whole thing. And the controller is perfectly stuck in there. It's not gonna move at all. Got the key conditioning. Dude, it's so clean. The key's super big, and then we have this right in here. Kill switch. So you turn the bike on like that, you have lights. And I think this is gonna be the reverse actually, because it works so well. It's like right next to my finger. And then you kill the bike shit. If I go into power relay, I just click that and I'll turn it off. And I gotta link it up, so I have two of these keys. They're pretty big too. It's like a silicone too. It's kind of nice. So my whole idea behind this is going to be the bike's obviously gonna be off. So you do this, and this is all being wired up. Turn it on like that, turn it on like that, and the voltmeter will turn on. And like the bike will be on then.